This is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. Very excited to have Nicole and Edden with Ananda Living Experiences back on the channel. They build awesome vans. Well, today's van is going to blow your way. It's got an elevator bed, rear kitchen, and a rear bath. So join us for the tour.
So this van was inspired by Zion National Park and even more so slot canyons, which you're going to see very soon.
It took us about 8 months to complete with overtime hours with big help from Shane Dennis as well as Ike Baker.
This was our second build, so we tried to take it up a notch from our first build. It's a bit more technical and the systems are really crazy. The tech is really crazy, but we also tried to keep it beautiful. So let's give you guys a quick walkthrough. Let's start with a quick run through and then we'll go more in depth after. We have our outdoor coffee table and storage. Inside we have this big L-shaped living room, and right above it is our happy jack, which turns into our bedroom. If you keep walking this way, we have a gigantic L-shaped kitchen. This is really what this van is all about. Tons of storage, full closet, and in the back we kept the rear bathroom because we loved it so much.
Starting again in the outside, we have our outdoor coffee table, which we love sitting at in the morning or at sunsets, having a coffee or a cocktail or whatever it may be. And it just expands the living room a little bit more into the outside. It is also a huge storage bin where you can put a ton of stuff and slides away when you're not using it. We here also have a little shoe cubby here as well as an outdoor outlet. Moving into the living room, obviously the main thing that stands out is this huge canyon ceiling art piece that we made. This thing was an insurmountable amount of hours of work, and it was really tough to actually make it come to life, but it was a vision that we had, and we're so happy that we persisted with it because it's just kind of breathtaking. And anyone that walks into the van is just like, whoa, what is this thing? And that's exactly the feeling that we wanted, almost as if you're walking into a slot canyon or any sort of really beautiful natural phenomenon. We wanted to kind of recreate that feeling of awe, and I think it kind of does that. So it's really cool. It is also our bed that comes down, which we'll show in a little bit. And we also kept here the big open L-shaped living room. We love having the view out the side of the van, and you can seat so many people in this layout, like 6-7 people if you wanted to. We have this lagoon table that services pretty much any configuration of seating that you do. So pretty much any way you sit here, including our favorite way, which is sitting right here, looking at the view, putting our laptop on the table and working. We also kept our partition wall in this build. It also serves as a huge thermal barrier instead of needing to put up some sort of curtain or window covers or something like that, and is also a bit of security, as when the bed's down you can lock this from the inside and no one can enter. We have a special mechanism here where you press the button and the door pops open. It has magnets on both sides that keep it open and closed while driving. And there's also a button on the other side to open it from there. When the bed is down, there's another button here that locks the door from the inside so that the outside button doesn't work anymore. Another small feature, but very beautiful feature, is these handmade sconces that Nicole made out of ceramics, which really add a beautiful homey touch to the living room. And as you can probably see, we kept the micro cement material from the last van in the entirety of this van in a different color, a more terracotta color. In the benches themselves, we have the slide-out drawer that sits up to about here. There's more storage under here. This bench is all of our electrical system. And in our curved bench, we have some more systems, our hydronic heating and our AC system. On this side of the living room, we added a TV nook that opens up and swings out. And that also works when the bed is down. There's also a Bose soundbar and a charging nook here. And we also moved the light switches to the entrance of the van. So you don't have to walk into the van and turn on the lights. It's accessible from the outside We have 3 different zones of lighting, outdoor lighting, and our smart tint. One of the coolest features we have in this van is these windows called smart tint. All of the 9 windows and 3 skylights have this special feature where it can go from clear to opaque in the click of a button. We have a button there, and we also have a remote control. And this just gives you immediate privacy at any point without having to put in window covers or anything like that. You just click the button and no one can see in or out.
Moving on to our bedroom, just with a click of a button, our bed drops down. This is the height of the bed when you just put down 2 pillows and lower the table a little bit. You can actually get the bed to go quite a bit lower, but this is the height we normally put it on because it's pretty easy for us to just climb up like that. And there's plenty of headspace still. It's very comfortable. So this is a queen size bed. And something really cool is when the bed is lowered, it reveals our full length of the van skylights. We tried to make it look like standing inside of a slot canyon when you're looking up. It's a really cool feature that you actually have not only a huge side door view, but you can actually see out the back of the van as well. So you really feel like you're just immersed in nature. We also do have a fan right above us, so it maximizes the amount of airflow that you have at night, and the living room TV pulls out while the bed is down as well. So you have a perfect, very comfortable and easy to use TV setup. When you wake up in the morning, all you have to do, fold over the blankets, no need to convert a bed or do anything, and just click a button and put it up to the ceiling. Really quick, because Edden missed it, and we always get this question, what is the standing height underneath the Happy Jack? It's more or less 5'5". This time it's a little bit different because the height actually varies because of the art piece. To us, it just always makes more sense to lose a little bit of the headspace, gain a whole living room out of it. Some people love it, some people hate it. We love it. We think it's absolutely an amazing use of space.
So moving on to the kitchen, as impressive as the living room is, this van was built around this kitchen. I mean, this thing is incredible. We did an 8-foot long L-shaped kitchen with views out the back. We've never seen another kitchen like this, and for anyone who enjoys cooking or likes, you know, the experience of cooking in nature, there's nothing like this experience. We have a Dometic CRX 110 fridge here, which is plenty of space for 2 people, our espresso machine, and our microwave up top. We have tons of upper head storage here with lots of room inside and automatic lights. We have here our huge kitchen sink, which was actually custom made in Morocco for us, as well as our bathroom sink. We also have a water drop water purification system here. Another one of the coolest features in our van, which is our herb garden, which is actually a planter built into the van that is totally removable from the van, so you can do all your gardening outside and not make a mess inside. And it has its own drainage out of the van, so you can literally just take the sink faucet and water your herbs, and it'll drain out the bottom of the van. And we also have some really big, deep drawers for lots and lots of kitchen storage. As you may have noticed, these drawers don't have any latches on them. They open completely freely. That is because we installed electromagnetic locks that allow the drawers to be totally free when you're not driving, but the second the engine turns on, these drawers lock up completely. So you don't have to ever think about, you know, making sure that everything is latched up. The second you turn the engine on, everything will lock. If you did forget something while the engine's running, you want to run back and grab it, there is an override button in the control panel that you can click, grab whatever it is you need to grab, and then you click it back again and it locks up. We also have 3 sets of hidden outlets underneath the upper head cabinets, AC and DC, as well as an induction stovetop out the back, so you can cook with whatever beautiful view you're at, and our little spice rack here as well. On the other side, we have our control panel and our huge wardrobe. You have a huge amount of hanging space here, as well as really big, deep drawers for all your clothes or whatever it is you want to store in these. Located here is also the blower for our cruising comfort that blows directly from here straight into the living area or the bed, where it's most important to blow. The blower unit itself sits in the upper half of this closet. In here is our control panel. We use some pretty crazy systems in this van, starting from the AC system, which is a cruising comfort that is by far the best AC system you can put in a van, super, super strong. For heating, we also went with the Timberline hydronic system, which gives us on-demand hot water as well as hot air. We are also using floor heating here with infrared sheets underneath the flooring. We can control our solar cell from here, lifting and lowering it, as well as locking it for while you're driving. And we control our electrical system here with the GX Touch 50 from Victron, where we can see everything going on with our power as well as with our water. Additionally, here we have controls for everything else in the van, water tank heat and our battery heat. Our water pump is controlled here as well as the override button for the drawer locks. And lastly, we have our Starlink control here, where we can both power it on and slide it out from under the solar sail, so that when the solar sail is closed, you can still have access to the sky and internet. And lastly, on this side, our water tank sits under here. Our entire water system, 32 gallons of fresh water, sits inside of this cabinet, and our gray water is underneath the van.
Moving on to our bathroom, we went with the same rear bathroom that we did in the last van, but this one is a little bit smaller compared to our first build because the kitchen had a little bit more priority when it came to space, but it's still a perfectly good bathroom and it's really beautiful. So we went with a full-length mirror. It's also backlit, so just with a click of a button, the light goes on and off, and there's so much light here, especially at night, which is really nice. We did go with a second vanity and second sink. Just like our kitchen sink, this sink is from Morocco and custom made. We were able to sneak a little window in here as well, so there's natural light. And we went with a tiled floor, so it's a hexagon marble tile. We kind of have it climbing up the walls to give the effect of like a bathtub, and I think it just came out really beautiful. Super happy with it. We did the same concept as our last van, doing a toilet that slides into the bathroom when you need it and stored in the garage when you don't need it, so that you can use as much shower space as possible when you don't need the toilet. We went with a Laveo dry flush, same as last build. We just love it. We think it's the best toilet, best experience for van life. We went with a wand shower instead of one that was set, just so that you can shower inside and outside, and it's actually really nice. It has a little button here so that you can set the temperature at what you want, and then as you're showering, you can just turn it on and off. It saves a lot of water, and it's just perfect. Also, when you want to use the shower or the bathroom, we just have the Nautilus door set up. So in the back, we do have a little bit of a smaller garage, but there's some space here, and this box that holds the toilet also can be removed, so you can maximize the space that is here. There's also a big pull-out drawer here as well. To complement the space that is in the garage, there are also DC and AC outlets, and the garage has its own designated light. To complement the storage space, because it is a little bit on the smaller size, we went with this massive storage box from Sandy Vans. It's called the Boost Box. I've actually stood in this thing and it's quite spacious, so it can definitely hold all of your adventure and outdoor gear.
Moving on to the exterior of the van, obviously we have something really special on our roof, and that is a solar sail. That thing is 1,400 watts of solar sitting on the roof that lifts up on actuators to face the sun, pretty much doubling the amount of solar that you can get. And it also creates a huge storage bin underneath the solar panels themselves. You have about 11 inches of storage under there, so you can put surfboards or all your outdoor gear, whatever it is you want. There's also a deck inside, and the solar panels themselves are walkable, so you can walk on the roof in either configuration. We also wrapped the van with an AMA wrap, a desert khaki wrap that we really love. We were also lucky enough to get one of the first sets of black Rhino wheels for the dually model. These ones look awesome, and we paired them with KO2 tires, so it's an awesome setup. We also decked the van out with backwoods bumpers, front and back, as well as the ladder going up to the roof. These things are super awesome, super heavy duty, but also pretty lightweight and strong in the right places, but the rest of it's aluminum, so it's really cool, and it preserves all of our sensors. Those we also paired with the Pathfinder lights that create so much light. Those things are insane, the ones above, and we also have the front light bar and the fogs create a ton of light when you're driving out in the middle of nowhere. We also upgraded the suspension system in this whole van with the Agile Off-Road Rip Kit, front and back. The van itself is a 2022 Sprinter 170 Extended. It's a 3500 XD, and it's the dually version. And another small touch, we covered all of the plastic trim with black Raptor liner so that it becomes a little bit more rugged and durable. This is the backwoods ladder. It's super comfortable and has nice, really thick steps to get up onto our solar deck. All right, guys, that's it. We hope you enjoy the tour and the van.
We want to say a big thank you to Patrick for having us on yet again.
And also a huge thank you to Shane Dennis and Ike Baker that helped us build this van and made it what it is.
If you want to follow along the whole journey of building these vans, we do post pretty much the whole process on Instagram and YouTube. Our handle is Nicole and Edden. And if you really loved Zion Dreams, this van is for sale. We're not sure when this video is going to go up, so it might not be anymore. But if it is, you can find all the information on our website, which I'm sure will be linked in the description.
So thank you, Patrick, and thank you everyone for watching. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.